Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Tension in Aso Rock as Buhari, Osibajo, NSA others meet over the release of Kanu. Tension in Aso Rock as Buhari, Osibajo, NSA others meet over the release of Kanu. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. There is tension in Aso Rock Villa as the National Security Council on Friday said it was considering the appropriate action to be taken on the recent release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. It also backed the Attorney General of the Federation of the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami San, who clarified that Kanu's release was not equivalent to an acquittal. The Minister of Police Affairs, Mohammed Dingyadi, disclosed this to State House correspondent shortly after the NSC meeting chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari at the Aso Rock Villa. Dingyadi, who spoke alongside his counterpart in the Ministry of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, said Kanu was only discharged. He added that the federal government would exploit other legal instruments to pursue the matter. However, he noted that the council did not discuss a possible political route that Malami had raised last November. The council, he said, only discussed the appeal court judgment, noting that solutions to such matters could be considered so far as they were not sub judice. The Court of Appeal in Abuja on Thursday upheld the appeal of the detained leader of the proscribed group and ordered his release. But a statement signed by the AGF spokesperson, Dr. Omar Gwandu, asserted that Kanu was only discharged and not acquitted. Consequently, the appropriate legal options before the authorities will be exploited and communicated accordingly to the public, the statement added. Briefing journalists on Friday, Dingyadi echoed the AGF stance, saying the federal government was considering other options. The issue of Kanu has also been raised, and council was briefed on the state of things on the matter, and it was observed that Kanu was discharged, but he was not acquitted. So the government is considering the appropriate action to be taken on the matter, and Nigerians will be notified of the position that will be finally taken on the matter in due course, the minister stated. Vice President Yemi Osibajo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, National Security Advisor Major General Babagana Monguno, retired, and the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, attended Friday's meeting. Also in attendance were the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Gambo, and the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Isiaka Amao, and Inspector General of Police Usman Baba. The Minister of Defense, Major General Bashiru Magashi, retired. Director General of the Department of State Services, Yusuf Bichi, Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Ahmed Abubakar, and the Chief of Defense Intelligence, Major General Samuel Adebayo were equally present. There is tension in Aso Rock Villa as the National Security Council on Friday said it was considering the appropriate action to be taken on the recent release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. It also backed the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, San, who clarified that Kanu's release was not equivalent to an acquittal. The Minister of Police Affairs, Mohammed Ngyadi, disclosed this to State House correspondent shortly after the NSC meeting chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari at the Aso Rock Villa. Dingyadi, who spoke alongside his counterpart in the Ministry of Interior, Raul Farid Beshola, said Kanu was only discharged. He added that the federal government would exploit other legal instruments to pursue the matter. However, he noted that the council did not discuss a possible political route that Malami had raised last November. The council, he said, only discussed the appeal court, noting that solutions to such matters could be considered so far as they were not subsidized. The Court of Appeal in Abuja on Thursday upheld the appeal of the detained leader of the proscribed group and ordered his release. So my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop